Okay, today I'm going to be making a roast on my wood stove, and I will be using this anthracite coal that I just had delivered. So I have never used anthracite coal before. This is the coal that comes out of mines in the ground, just like the coal that's under the city of Centralia that has been burning for over 40 years in the ground. This is the same type of coal. It's that kind of coal. Not charcoal, which is made from burning wood in a vacuum. Anyway, I have heard to light this coal, the best way to do this or approach this is to build a hot wood fire, let that burn for 15 minutes, then add your coal. Before I build the wood fire, I'm going to open this sack of coal and put some of it in this little bucket. So this is a decent size of coal. Stove coal would be ideal for this, but this is nut coal. Stove coal would be a little bit bigger chunks, but there it is. It's very wet and the smell of the coal is acrid. It smells acidic. So I have heard that coal burns with really black smoke. I don't know if it will in this stove because the stove burns so efficient, but we'll see. So since we are burning coal, we have to turn to the flat side of the shaker grate. This is the side for coal. Okay. These grates are warped. I have a friend that is a blacksmith. Maybe we can cast some more of these grates if they wear out. But I mean, they should last a good while. Also, since we are burning coal, we have to keep these little grates in here because coal fires burn way hotter. In order to not have to go chop some wood, I'm actually going to start with this coal made from wood that is burned in a vacuum. And then I'm going to start adding in the real natural coal, the anthracite. Okay, let's add a few pieces of charcoal. We've got to get this fire burning raging hot. And then we'll add the coal in, and that'll get us to a heat above the level used to weld. Okay, so I still haven't found my box of matches, so we're going to use the gasolier yet again to light the stove. The charcoal has been pre-soaked in lighter fluid. It was that way when I bought it from the store. But that's no problem because the smoke does not get to the food. The only thing that is transferred from the firebox to the food is the heat. Okay, the wood charcoal is burning. Now we've got to close this up and let it burn and get going real good. And then when there's some embers in there, we'll add the actual anthracite coal that is from the earth. Well, all this is from the earth. But anyway. So the chimney is not warm yet, so I expect there to be smoke that's going to, there it is, that comes out of these little cracks right here. That's normal until the chimney warms up. Once the chimney warms up, it will pull a draft. Let's go outside and see the smoke on the chimney right now. Bear in mind, I have not put the anthracite coal in yet. We have a little smoke, but not much. So since we're using coal in here, we must keep the coal agitated while it burns so as not to form clinkers. Clinkers are like a slag material that is formed by the burning of coal. Okay, our fire has been burning long enough to form embers. We may add the coal now. So this little chute right here is to add coal in since we have blocked off this part where we would add wood in, because when you burn coal, you have to put these little end things in, so that's pointless when you're burning coal, so that's why they put this here. Okay, let's add in some coal. I really need a shovel for this, but oh well, I don't have. Okay, we've added our coal, our anthracite coal, not charcoal. You can hear it popping and crackling in there. I only added a little bit to begin with. Okay, I'll add just a tiny bit more coal. The anthracite, that is. So back in the day when people used to burn coal, they also used to supply houses with cold gas, which was gas that you would get from burning coal. And they would supply houses with that, and they would run gasoliers. Look at my fingers. They'd run gasolier and gasoliers and gas fixtures off of that. So a lot of people were asking me what this chicken is for right here. It is a humidifier. I've told people that and they're like, well, how does it work? Well, humidifiers humidify the air. I haven't filled this with water in a long time, but this isn't for food. You fill it with water and it heats the water into water vapor, and then the steam just goes out into the air. It's like a humidifier. It is a humidifier. The reason that's there is because when you burn fire indoors, of course it's going to burn up the moisture in the air and cause your lips and cheeks to chap. That is why you balance the effect and add moisture to the air. I'll demonstrate this effect for y'all. Let me pump this well a little bit. I dug this well. If you want to see the video where I dug this well, check out my profile. It's in there somewhere. Also, click the link in my bio. It'll lead you to some other places that people always ask about, like where I like to read books from and all that. Okay, that water should be clean enough. Okay, I filled it with water. That rust is from the pot. I really need to season this, but I haven't had time. I mean, I know I really need to. So upon walking back into the shed from filling the humidifier with water, I noted a distinct smell from burning the coal. It smells like new rubber shoes, or kind of like new leather. It just smells like a new manufactured shoe or something. I don't know how to describe it. That's the best way I can though. Let's move this to a hotter burner. And let's put the lid back on. Okay, the coal is burning. Upon opening this, it smells kind of like sulfur a little bit. Yeah, it smells like a smoke bomb. You know those firework things you get? That's what it smells like. So our coal is burning in there. We're not getting much smoke out of the chimney though. But it is burning and it's hot. The oven's at 300 degrees already. You can see the heat waves coming out of there. So the roast is frozen, so change of plans. I'm going to be making a dump cake. Okay, so dump cake is a super simple recipe. In my dump cake, I use white cake mix, and I use 2 cans of cherries. Cherry pie filling, that is. I could make those from scratch. Don't have time, don't have the stuff right now. And a can of crushed pineapple, and just a stick of butter, and that's it. You bake this at 350 for about 30 to 50 minutes until it's done. I personally start with the cherry filling. Okay, there is our cherry filling. Now we will put a can of crushed pineapple on top of this. That means juice and all. Okay, our coal is burning quite okay. So I'm going to close this damper, which will make the heat go around the oven box, then up the chimney. There we go. So closing that will close this damper right back here. See? Okay, on top of the cherries and pineapples, we're going to add this white cake mix. Okay, now we can do one of 2 things. We could either melt our butter on the stovetop, or we can cut our butter into little cubes and put it on top of here. I'm going to choose the latter option, cutting the butter into cubes. Okay, I have cut the butter into cubes. I can actually hear the coal burning. It sounds like... That's the best way I can describe it. If you listen closely, you may hear it. Okay, our oven is at 350. Let's put in the dump cake. I'm going to use both hands for this because that's been on the stove, so it's hot. You can see the humidifier steaming. Okay, we'll check on the dump cake in about 30 minutes. There's our nice warm coal fire. And a lot of people in Victorian houses have really shallow fireplaces that you can't burn wood in. That is because they used to burn coal in those. And you can still buy coal, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, if y'all want to try that. I'm adding a bit more coal to the fire, or the embers. Okay, it is time to take the dump cake out. That looks good. Yes. Oh, it's boiling on my stovetop. My stovetop's hot. I forgot. Okay.
Oh, it's delicious. I love this.